What is up, you guys? It's Traus here from OG Tech Entertainment, and today we'll be featuring our Apex Legend theme scratch build that we made from PVC pipes and plexiglass. Just recently we went on and showcased this build at our local computer and gaming expo called the Joyo Expo, and it was well received, so we hope you'll enjoy this video. First off, we started this build by gluing PVC pipes together with epoxy resin to make the shape of the frame. Then we used 3mm thick plexiglass, which is going to be the backboard which holds the motherboard in place. And we also cut some holes in the back so we could screw in our water block and help route our cables. Later on, we went and spray painted the backboard and the frame a pretty neutral gray, which was inspired by one of the Pathfinder skins in Apex Legends, which we'll be posting right now. On another piece of plexiglass, I made a stencil on the back and front of Pathfinder and hit it with a frosted glass spray. By doing this, it gives off an etched look on the plexiglass. Another alternative would be to use etching cream, but that would only work if you were using actual glass. And since plexiglass is basically plastic, we ended up using the spray anyway. And once it all dried, we drilled a few holes onto it so we could mount it on the frame later on. We used some of our plexiglass and bended it with a heat gun so we could shape it and make our PSU cover. And just like what we did earlier, we took some stencils and slapped it on the plexiglass before hitting it with some spray paint. Throughout the build, we primarily used epoxy, screws, and rivets to hold everything together. And sometimes it was a combination of all of those. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry. We went on to grab another piece of acrylic, cut some holes into it so we can fit our LIAN BORA 120 fans on the side. We also chose not to paint that portion of the plexiglass because once the fans light up, it would give off illusion that it's floating because of the transparency of the plexiglass. For our storage, we mounted two WD green 120GB SATA 3 SSDs onto the backboard with a few strips of 3M mounting tape. We also decided to use the gold and silver TRIDENTZ RAM sticks, which brought this total up to 32 gigs in this build. We also did a quick unboxing of these RAM sticks earlier in our video, so don't forget to check that out, links will be in the description below. For our graphics card, we went with an MSI 1060, which we took out from one of our computers, and we added a backlight with our logo on it. And after everything we did, here it is, our first ever scratch build. I remember the first time when we turned this on, we were quite surprised on how it turned out, considering this is literally the first time we've ever done something like this. The whole case was made from scratch, and all the parts were taken out from our old build. For a full breakdown on the parts that we used, check the description, we'll be posting everything in detail there. Unfortunately, we were running short on time before the expo would start, and the fact that some of the parts that we ordered took forever to get here, we ended up having to double down and work really fast on sleeving and the liquid cooling, so unfortunately we weren't able to get that on video, but rest assured, we'll be sure to capture everything the next time we do a build. Another thing I'd like to add is that we know this is an Apex Legend build, but due to our time constraints, we weren't able to fully add in all the details that we wanted. We did a few things here and there, like sketch the Pathfinder at the back, the light up Apex logo at the front, and we also modeled our reservoir out of the cylinders on the back of Pathfinder. One thing that we wanted to add was add those Pathfinder smiley faces and mount them on the SSDs. Also, another thing that we wanted to do, which would have looked really cool, was to use some paracord to mimic Pathfinder's zipline. But it is what it is, and it still came out pretty cool in the end. The lighting worked out pretty well. On the front, we had the red LED strip to make the Apex logo glow, and at the back, we mounted an RGB LED strip at the bottom of the plexiglass to make those designs we spray painted on the back really glow and stand out. Since we took out most of these parts from one of the computers we had here in the office and added them to this build, that means we are left with another case to tinker with. And we would like to hear what you guys think our next theme for our next PC mod should be. So if you have a great idea, leave them down as a comment or message us what you think our theme should be next time. That's it for this build, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed building this and we're excited to make more computers and more videos about them. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, a follow, and a subscribe if you like what we do and want us to keep going. Again, I'm Charles from OG Tech Entertainment. See you all in the next video.